Compute services. Amazon EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, a virtual machine service in the cloud, used to run applications on scalable compute capacity. EC2 auto-scaling, automatically adjusts the number of EC2 instances based on demand, used for performance optimization and cost efficiency. Elastic Load Balancing, ELB, distributes incoming traffic across multiple targets, used for fault tolerance and high availability. AWS Lambda, a serverless compute service, runs code without provisioning servers, used for event-driven workflows. Amazon Lightsail provides a simple VPS, virtual private server environment, used for small websites, blogs, and basic applications. AWS Elastic Beanstalk, a PaaS, platform as a service, that deploys applications automatically, used to simplify infrastructure management. Amazon ECS, Elastic Container Service, a container orchestration service for Docker containers, used to run containerized workloads. Amazon EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service, managed K8s, Kubernetes service, used to run Kubernetes clusters at scale. AWS Fargate, serverless compute engine for containers, used to run ECS EKS tasks without managing servers. AWS Batch, runs batch computing jobs at scale, used for analytics, simulations, and high-performance tasks. Storage services. Amazon S3, simple storage service, used for files, backups, logs, and static websites. Amazon S3 Glacier, low-cost archival storage, used for data retention and long-term backups. Amazon EBS, Elastic Block Store, block storage for EC2 instances, used as persistent disks. Amazon EFS, Elastic File System, a scalable shared NFS, network file system, used when multiple EC2 instances need shared storage. AWS Backup, centralized backup automation, used to protect AWS resources. AWS Storage Gateway, hybrid storage integration, connects on-premises environments with AWS Cloud Storage. AWS Snow Family, Snow Cone, Snowball, Snowmobile, physical devices for offline data transfer, used for large-scale or remote data migrations. Database services. Amazon RDS, Relational Database Service, managed relational database service, supports MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, and SQL Server. Amazon Aurora, high-performance relational database compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL. Amazon DynamoDB, fully managed NoSQL, not only SQL database, used for high-performance, low-latency workloads. Amazon Redshift, data warehouse service, used for large-scale analytics and BI workloads. Amazon ElastiCache, in-memory caching service, Redis Memcached, used to reduce latency and improve performance. Amazon Neptune, graph database service, used for social graphs, relationships, and network analysis. Amazon DocumentDB, document database compatible with MongoDB workloads. Networking and content delivery. Amazon VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, a logically isolated network in AWS, used to control subnets, routing, and security. Amazon Route 53, scalable DNS, domain name system service, used for domain registration and traffic routing. Amazon CloudFront, global CDN, content delivery network, used to deliver content with low latency, controls access to AWS services and resources, used to manage users, roles, and permissions. AWS IAM Identity Center, AWS SSO, centralized sign-in for multiple AWS accounts. AWS KMS, Key Management Service, manages encryption keys, used for secure data protection. AWS Shield, DDoS protection service, DDoS as distributed denial of service. AWS WAF, Web Application Firewall, filters malicious web traffic, protects against SQL injection, XSS, and bots. Amazon Cognito, user authentication and identity service, used for sign-up and sign-in in applications. AWS Artifact, provides compliance documents and audit reports. AWS Organizations, manages multiple AWS accounts with SCPs, service control policies. AWS Config, tracks configuration changes, used for compliance and auditing. Amazon Guard Duty, threat detection using machine learning. AWS CloudTrail, logs all API calls and user actions, used for auditing and governance. AWS Secrets Manager, secure storage for credentials and API keys. Management and monitoring. Amazon CloudWatch, monitors metrics, logs, and alarms. AWS CloudFormation, IAC, infrastructure as code service, used to create and manage resources using templates. AWS Systems Manager, SSM, management tools for EC2 and on-premises resources. Includes Session Manager, Patch Manager, and automation. AWS Trusted Advisor, best practice recommendations for cost, performance, and security. AWS Budgets, custom alerts for spending and usage. AWS Cost Explorer. Detailed cost analytics and forecasting. AWS Control Tower. Automate secure multi-account setup using best practices. Analytics services. Amazon Athena. SQL queries directly on S3 data. Amazon Kinesis. Real-time data streaming service. Amazon QuickSight. BI dashboards and visualization. Application integration. Amazon SQS. Simple queue service. Managed message queue for decoupling systems. Amazon SNS. Simple notification service. Pub/Sub messaging. Pub/Sub. Publish subscribe. Amazon Event Bridge. Event bus for connecting SaaS apps and AWS services. AWS Step Functions. Serverless workflow orchestration. Amazon MQ. Managed messaging with AMQP, MQTT, and OpenWire. Migration and transfer. AWS Application Migration Service, MGN. Lift and shift server migration. AWS Database Migration Service, DMS. Migrate databases with minimal downtime. AWS Data Sync. Accelerated data transfer between on-premises and AWS. Machine learning services. Amazon SageMaker. Build, train, and deploy ML models. Amazon Rekognition. Image and video analysis. Amazon Comprehend. NLP. Natural language processing service. Amazon Lex. Conversational interface service. Same tech as Alexa.